Hello everyone! Today we're bringing you new information about our brand new game mode, Desolate Lands. Desolate Lands are a newly discovered area that differentiates itself from the rest of reality. Here, every object emits divine waves. Those who enter the Desolate Lands will not only feel the deadly silence, but also a constant flow of energy. Espers going into this area feel like they're entering a giant energy field that causes their Esper hoods to become even stronger. Yet, such an area is not free from the dangers of formidable monsters. Here we will find Shadowstream, Shadowgale and Shadowfire. I can't wait to introduce them to you, so let's begin. First off, to challenge this mighty Merriman, you must bring 6 Espers into the battlefield instead of only 5. That means you will get to form the strongest team ever. Don't forget, you'll need to place them into strategic positions in both front and back lines. Espers in the front line prioritize taking damage during certain ability turns and will receive more damage in general. When they are defeated, the Espers in the back line will start to take more damage. So we highly advise you to pick your frontline Espers wisely and make them into the strongest shield you can. The mighty Merriman of the Desolate Lands have infinite health points and cannot be truly killed. However, they may retreat temporarily when out of energy. Your Esper team should deal as much damage as you can before they fully retreat. The higher damage your team deals, the higher the rating you will get. Higher ratings will allow your team to claim better rewards after the battle, including boost stones which can further boost the stats of Esper's relics and make them stronger. Alright, those are the most basic rules of the Desolate Lands. Next, I'll introduce the Merriman to you in detail. The first boss is Shadowgale. Its basic ability Tempest deals damage to frontline Espers. Low defense Espers will take more damage from it, so we highly advise you to place high defense and health point Espers on the front line. Its next ability, Dance of Wings, deals damage to all targets once and deals more damage to frontline Espers. Roaring Nimbus is one of Shadowgale's core abilities. It applies the undispellable debuff Wind Chain to the targets after dealing AoE damage. The debuff will cause the Espers to lose health points at the start of each turn. If you can't clear all Wind Chain stacks before the boss casts Rolling Dust Storm, the remaining Wind Chain stacks will last permanently and will amplify the damage of Rolling Dust Storm. Roaring Hurricane is Shadowgale's final ability. It dispels all buffs on your team and unleashes damage that ignores any damage mitigation effect. Shadowgale will be out of energy and retreat after casting this ability. You need to clear any Wind Chain debuffs in time. Not only will they deal sustained damage to your Espers, but they will also boost Shadowgale's attack damage. Wind Chain is hard to dispel. The only way is using high frequency dispels along with any non-repetitive buffs. So we advise you to place Espers with those traits onto the battlefield against Shadowgale. The next boss will be Shadowfire. It has 2 basic abilities, Falling Flames and Flutter of Wings. Their names may be different, but their effects are the same as Shadowgale's first 2 abilities. So don't forget to put some tough Espers on the front line. Flamelight will deal AoE damage and summon 8 Fiery Eyes. Don't underestimate those tiny craters. If you can't finish them before Shadowfire casts Burning Dust Storm, you will be in big trouble. Each surviving Fiery Eye will unleash a combo attack following the Burning Dust Storm's damage, dealing damage to the Esper they hit and applying a special debuff called Raging Flames. This debuff will amplify the damage taken by Espers in the following turns. Searing Hurricane is Shadowfire's final ability. It dispels all buffs on your team and unleashes damage that ignores any damage mitigation effects. Shadowfire will be out of energy and retreat after casting this ability. Please keep this in mind. Once an Esper has been afflicted with Raging Flames, it cannot be removed by any means. Also, Fiery Eyes are immune to single target damage. So the best approach against Shadowfire is to place Espers with the best AoE abilities on your team. Quick, finish those nasty beings before they attack! The last boss is Shadowstream. Venom Sting and Fluttering Paws are its basic abilities, and they have the same effects as the previous boss's basic abilities. Once again, you're gonna need to pick some tanky espers for the frontline. First, Nimbus will apply a special debuff called Venom Smear to the espers while also dealing AoE damage. Note that each Venom Smear stack will temporarily reduce an esper's max health points and will increase the damage of Shadow Stream's Impact Storm based on the remaining stacks. Shadow Stream's attacks in the later turns will also be boosted by the remaining stacks. Cyclone Rush is Shadow Stream's final ability. It dispels all buffs on your team and unleashes damage that ignores any damage mitigation. Shadow Stream will be out of energy and retreat after casting this ability. Venom Smear is a powerful and tricky debuff to deal with. Your esper's max health points will be reduced by it, and you can only clear Venom Smear after a certain number of turns. We recommend that you choose espers with high action points, speed boosts, and/or bonus turns to deal with Shadow Stream. Let's quickly sum up what we've learned. Maramon in Desolate Lands are powerful beings with infinite health points. Espers cannot truly kill them, but by dealing as much damage as possible during the time limit, they will gain a higher rating. Claim abundant rewards by getting higher ratings and use those rewards to further boost your Esper strength. Don't forget what I mentioned earlier. To face these three powerful bosses, you will need high defense and high health points espers in your frontline. You will also need espers with high frequency spells plus any non-repetitive buffs to counter Shadow Gale, espers with strong AoE abilities to gain an upper hand against Shadowfire, and espers with high action points, speed boosts, and/or bonus turns to deal with Shadow Stream. That's all we can reveal about the Desolate Lands event. Remember, the Desolate Lands is a perilous area, so you must ensure that you have what it takes before starting the challenges. Now prepare your formations and get out to conquer the Desolate Lands.